Hello, people. We're again. It's another sneak peek here. Almost done with it now. Had some slight issues. Had everything outside of the hotel here to vanish. Had to rebuild. Making sure that everything's still. Another thing I might need to be a little bit more
Sweet bit boy, sister.
tweaking here
Hold on to that.
along the edge, but I might pass.
Yeah? Ever been to kill or be killed? Fine looking weapon.
I think I need to get rid of that stuff. Yeah,
Looks like we got another
that's that stuff over there.
Hey.
Okay, so I gotta get rid of these items here. So I had to basically the whole street here,
Need a place to stay? Try Hotel Rex.
some of this curbing over here, this whole building except for the broken parts on top, and then half of this right here, and then most of this right in
The memory
here.
dem's great.
That's
Just
why
don't
you
get hooked
see
like old Kent. Poor bastard's practically stuck in the past.
this little lip here to keep from a texture glitch right here from my fix. Looks like I got to push
Best
that
scrap in the
together a little more
Commonwealth,
too.
right here.
Don't have no handout.
And as far as this is already in game here. You can pick up all the crap laying around here in the creation kit. Or I think it's just like that, I'm not sure. I've played around with Good Neighbor so much over the year. The reason why I was messing around with all that outside is the windows, like I said in the last video, to make the windows like this.
Hey there. You're new around Good Neighbor, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think of the place?
Now, the first time I built this, started building this back in December and January. I had this button on this counter here. I had the counter moved over. But now it's over here on this wall, so. But since I've already came in here in an earlier save, and you know, I didn't reload back to that because that's a while back. You know, it's floating here on mine, but it'll be over there on yours. Living room lights. I still got to do a bunch of decoration and stuff for the living room. And this is the kitchen lights again. It'll be over here on the wall here. Still gotta decorate the kitchen. The laundry room. Gotta move that trash can, I know. Still got a little more decoration to do in here too. Door. I currently have it open so I can get into it now. I don't have it rigged up yet to work. What up, Mad Rocks? Yeah, you can kind of see the bottom of the wall right here. That part. And each one of these are separate containers. And this is pissing me off too. These are all bones, screws, springs, but for some reason in game it all went back to being a single thing. I don't have to go through and fuck with those again. Yeah, better statics thing I did. I'm still doing a little bit more to it, that's why I haven't put it up yet, but you know, because these are all static collections, but when for some reason all my static collections they're no longer static if I hit havoc in my fucking creation kit. So you know, everything I do static collection now, as soon as I put it down I fragment it. But these are static collections, and so is this hammer. This is a static collection too, but when you put it down you have to frag it. And it looks like I forgot to rename a couple items here. And for some reason the fucking drill gun won't show up in game. Yeah, I thought I had it taken care of. I thought, because I had them all. Apparently, I wasted a lot of time doing that in the better statics, because I have them all separate in better statics. I figured it would transfer over just nicely, but I guess I gotta go through and reset all the fucking texture things. I'm still a little worried that once I get these two rooms decorated in here, it's gonna start lagging, because I still got a little more decoration to do in the rest of it, but each part of it has its own it has its own light switch, so its shadows are a problem. You can just not turn on lights in certain areas. New bathtub. New sink. God damn it, forgot to rename the glass. Like my toilet paper. Still got a little more decoration to do in the bedroom. Still got some decoration to do there. And this is another hidden door here. This is gonna be before the war. This was the bank manager, the Brotherhood of Steel player home that's across the street. This was the bank manager, because that was a bank before the war. This was where the bank manager lived. Here's my bar. I still gotta rename it. It's gotta be filled with liquor. And I had to set the whole cell that this is in as Minuteman faction, so you could pick up items without it being stealing. Unless, of course, you're not Minuteman, then it'd be stealing. But that's everything in the building. So if you're Minuteman faction, you can steal anything. But this here would be like the safe room where the bank manager had. Then the other one over there would be safe room as well. I like my new gun racks. These are actually in the better statics. The gun rack is, not with the guns on them. And then the store is going to be here. Here's a new gun you can pick up. Pretty, not OP, but it's more powerful than your normal. And then if you want to give them to your settlers, more new Minutemen dusters, so everybody could look like Preston. I'm thinking that's the officer's uniform, and then the general's uniform was different, and then your normal foot soldiers would just wear this regular stuff. Where's that at? Here. And then a regular hat. I don't think it's too laggy with, oh, let me see if I got my Hermes ring on. Oh. It doesn't seem choppy or anything. Or if it is, I'm not noticing it. Figured in here it'd be the choppiest if it was going to be. And there's a lot more shadows in here than there is in the rest of the house. A lot more items, but who knows when I get the rest of it done. It may not run on PlayStation anymore. Other than some things outside, I don't see too much in here that I need to correct. Other than some more decoration, here's a switch for this door. It's not hooked up yet, though. I don't see no gaps or anything. Thinking about trying to make a custom Minuteman bobblehead stand too in the rack. Air conditioning unit. I'm probably going to be adding containers and stuff to the better statics, like stuff that isn't containers right now, but I'm going to make them containers like this. That's what the bar is over here, and then these drawers down here. Yeah, you know, Cynthia's gonna be happy. There's a lot of stuff she could loot. So I decided instead of putting a lot of stuff sitting around to pick up. I'm just gonna put them all in the drawers. Gonna have a whole bunch of drawers with a whole lot of stuff in it. Plenty of places to store whatever. I mean, I've always liked this idea of being able to have your storage right here. So you could be working on this, oh, I need that, and then, oh, it's in this drawer over here. And get it and go right back to work. Instead of having, oh, fuck, man, forgot I gotta get that thing. I mean,
I see how you're looking at me. Not saying I don't like it, just thought I'd clear the air.
I don't even see you. And she's very conceited. Yeah, got all the lights on. Oh yeah, check this out. I don't know if you've looked at these doors yet or anything. I was thinking reskin those, because I might end up doing that. That's why I haven't switched. Because I was thinking I might try to do this. I might actually redo the Oslo's house. Because some of those doors I was wanting to open like that, but I didn't know the elevator doors did that. Opened and closed. So I'm thinking I'm going to reskin those. I was thinking about putting the elevator on a lift, but I think I'm just going to leave it like this. So to get down, you just do that. If you don't have the fall damage, then you shouldn't get hurt.
What? No, it can't. It's you. From Sanctuary Hills, right?
Must have me mistaken for someone else.
You're not fooling me. I sold you that space in the vault, remember? But then, I wasn't on the list to get in. But you, look at you. 200 years, and you're still perfect.
I think I would have rather have turned ghoul than been frozen for 200 years, though.
You don't know? They didn't tell you?
Tell me what? What is it? How did you get through these last 200 years untouched?
Your guess is as good as mine.
No, it's not right. It's not fair. You know what I've been through these past 200 years? Look at me. I'm a ghoul. A freak.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you were pretty ugly before.
You know, you're the
I love that
only
line.
other person I met from before. Oh,
He still has all of his hair.
I've been so alone here. No Commonwealth settlement. Once a ghoul with 200 years of Vault-Tec sales experience.
Good Neighbor seems like an okay place. Just make the most of it.
You know, if you heard that same keep your chin up shit for 2 centuries, you might feel a bit different. Just leave me alone. What just happened? Shit. Gone. Gotta be. Maybe it's over.
Maybe it's over. Ah, damn it! Thanks. I needed that.
Don't come back. Here 1 second. Please, don't
Coward.
Who moves that fast?
Whoa. Hate being messed with like this. Damn it, got away. That pisses me off.
It's over. Okay, keep calm. Probably nothing.
What the hell was that?
Twofer.
Up close. Disappeared.
Please be nothing.
What a ripoff.
Please be nothing. Who's out there? Come on. Who's there?
I can wait all day for you to show yourself.
Hey.
I love this gun. So powerful it will kill. He's got 12 spikes in him. Only 4 of them didn't go in him. It sucks that an update screwed up my freaking flight ring, but I'm glad the time ring's still cool.
Nothing. Gotta be. Getting a bad feeling here. What? Let's do.
Although those kind of leave a mess everywhere.
After all.
I don't think I can get out there to him. He's just an outside guy.
Playing games and
I got two of them.
Huh.
show me what you've got. Hiya! That was easy.
With this gun, everything's easy. It'll probably crash out here. Damn it, I realized I was already dead.
Hey. Oh.
Sound, what is it?
Now this is. You mean that's it?
Hello, Lori. Are supposed to be raiders back here? This gun, you don't need to worry about shooting straight.
No, you're not going anywhere.
Run out of bullets at some point. Get down! Get down! Gonna fucking pay for that! Ow!
Provisioner style. Well, where's the provisioner at?
Much better. Thanks.
Welcome to the Boston Public Library. The library is...
I work here. Let me in.
Please provide your...
Yes, right. My ID number is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Welcome, visitor. Please enjoy your visit. Mind the mess. We are currently undergoing maintenance.
Commencing.
asshole.
Protect and serve.
Which section has the dirty magazines?
Protect and serve.
Attention!
Someone there?
Security breach near. Visitors and employees are advised to seek cover and remain calm.
I'll wear your stuff around my neck. Scared already?
And order has prevailed.
Going to splatter you, Brick. You died!
Attention!
Somewhere!
Citizens will not be harmed.
Hello.
Security breach.
Let's play, little Brick!
Friendly way to welcome people to a library.
She said it. I stuck him upside down to the wall. I love this ring. I would say this ring is probably my best mod. Probably my James Bond one. The Vault Tech quest line,
Hell yeah.
which is where these books come from. That's part of the quest in it, to collect these books.
Look at you. Look at you.
Yeah, all my mods are available on PS4. Madrox is a modder too, the one you see in the chat above you. He's got some really cool mods too. He's got Sanctuary Estates, MDXR, KCB. I can't think of all the letters right now.
If anyone came through here recently, they haven't left a trace in all this dust.
More book. Home Resilied. They don't contain the whole book. It's just like this, like the first paragraph. The poems back there, the Charles Bukowski ones, I was just flipping through. That actually contains a full poem. And this one didn't take for some reason. But that's just the first page. First paragraph. The one I'm working on right now, though, I'll go back there. Here. And my modder name is Bloodgroove, BLUDGRUV. I'm currently working on a Minuteman one in Good Neighbor. I have a Railroad and a Brotherhood of Steel one there already, and then I have basically a Bat Cave, but inspired by the Silver Shroud underneath the Memory Lounge, Memory Den. That one I currently have loaded up. I could show you that one. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I'm gonna run in here right now and look at it. Not gonna go in, but
Don't have the key.
Got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma.
Why aren't you hostile? I want to make sure that wall's moving.
Dying time is here.
Okay. Cool. Well, it's still underneath Minuteman right now. In load order. Everybody's shooting at me right now because I was playing around killing everybody. Oh, this isn't a game I'm saving. I'm just running through testing the current mod I'm working on. So I was just playing around because I got a little frustrated earlier with what I was doing. So got out a little frustration with my spike cannon.
Oh no.
Sorry, Kate.
If I find you, you're gonna over here, over here.
This is the new Minuteman. I put another floor on the hotel. I still gotta decorate the kitchen and living room. And a little bit more decoration in here. Over here will be the workshop area. This is a hidden door here. This will look just like the wall until you open it. Here's a workshop area.
Never seen him so eager to die.
Thank you. Hoping it's not going to be too laggy once it's fully decorated. Over here's the bathroom.
Or is this a big thing?
My Brotherhood of Steel player home I have in Good Neighbor is built in the building across the street, not the courthouse, but the one right across from that. I called it a bank, put a bank sign on it, and this was supposed to be the bank manager's apartment that was that he lived in the area. That's why it's got hidden rooms, because this back here in the bedroom, this is also a hidden door here. I just currently have it opened up so I can move in and out of it. I don't have it rigged up to open and close yet, though. And here's the way I'm looking at. These are probably like the officers' uniforms for the Minuteman. That's why Preston wears one. But he's the only officer left that we know of. This guy was an officer too. He was the group that Preston called for help and they didn't come. He was part of that group and was unhappy with that, so he left that group and came here, which was a like a Minuteman outpost in Good Neighbor at one point. Still got, like I said, still got a lot of decoration to do in here. Gonna make this Minuteman themed and that Minuteman themed. So there's not too much Minuteman themed stuff in the game as it is. I wanted to build a checkerboard with Minuteman stuff, and there's not even a Minuteman character I could use for that, so it's Diamond City, and which doesn't fit being inside of Good Neighbor, but it's Diamond City and, damn it, the Institute. Minuteman, then, you know, that's how they rose to prominence, is defending Diamond City, so he would have a checkerboard with that. Nah, this is my first Minuteman mod. I started this back in December, but then I got sidetracked on a couple other that I was working on. Man, she followed me into a different cell.
That was some bullshit.
Yeah, it is some bullshit. I can't believe she left the memory Dan cell and came over into this cell. That's kind of... Daisy's in here too? Shit. They really want me dead. They're crossing barriers they shouldn't even be able to cross because of the programming. Yeah, this is the start of my Minuteman series here. Oh, damn. Kate got her ass kicked by a whore. But, like my Brotherhood of Steel one, which is in this building here, that's the start of a bigger quest series that I haven't done. And then the Railroad, that one's up here, which I don't have loaded right now. Which to get to it, you would come back here. This stairs are actually on the other side. But there's a series of stairs that goes up here. And then there's part of it's in here. And then part of it, I rebuilt this whole area up here. And put it up here. Both this one and the Brotherhood is open to the rest of the world, where you could look out the windows and see everything. And then I'm gonna have an Institute one down in here, and you know about the Silver Shroud one over there. But the Railroad, I've already got part of the quest on it, where you leave me alone. Where you'll go down into the third rail, and you go down through the subway system, and you fight a bunch of rad roaches. And there's a settlement area down there where you can build in, but it doesn't function like a normal settlement does on PlayStation due to PlayStation's rules. But it's still an area you can build in, and if you got UCO or USO, I mean, you could place your own settlers and stuff. But this Minuteman one, there's a fort that he came from, which I will be eventually building, and you'll be going on that mission where you're going to go and get retribution for the Minuteman who turned into gunners and didn't come to help out Quincy. So you'll end up going and taking over that fort, and then that'll be another Minuteman fort in the area. And then I'll tag on some more Minuteman quests and stuff along that line. There's like this one up here, the Railroad, that was supposed to be a bigger one, but when I realized I wasn't going to be able to get the settlement thing to function underground on PlayStation, then I kind of stopped working on that one. And the Brotherhood one, that one's still to come, because both, well, the Railroad, the Brotherhood, and Minuteman and the Institute ones, those are all part of one big story. So once they're all put together and everything, that's why if you read the story in this one and the one that's in this one, they're kind of already linked together. Then like I was saying, the bank manager here actually lived up here, and that's the apartment that the Minuteman has. And then the Institute one, that one's kind of the story I got. I haven't built it yet, but the story I've already got for it is kind of linked already to the Railroad one. I think I'm gonna call it there. I'm amazed I got a whole hour into the game, especially using this gun for the last 30 minutes. This is one of the guns that you get in the Vault Tech quest line. That one starts off here in 008's Lake House, and then there's Groove's place over here. Oh, here, let me go outside.
Damn it, you got away.
And then there's a bunker, there's a vault under 008's lake house. And then there's, which you have to actually go into first before you get into the lake house. There's a hidden garage door underneath the dock, which is how you get in, because, you know, it's James Bond, so, you know, his car is a submarine too. So, that's how you get into the garage, is in the water. Then Groove, the place I'm getting ready to go to now, he was a pre-war tech genius that worked for West Tech, and realized that, you know, things was going really bad, so he kind of left the company and bought him some property way out on the outskirts where he knew the bombs wouldn't have too much of an effect. That's why his place is all the way over here. Plus, this place is actually a little hidden area in the game to begin with. Part of what you see here is I built. The other part was already set in here. There's like a level 4 merchant that yeah, you can install both at the same time. Well, I could have, but I didn't really want to try to push that in with the rest of the story. So there was going to be 8 chapters to the Vault Tech, but with 76 coming out here pretty soon, you know, I'm going to try to get into that and the beta testing on that as soon as possible. So, you know, I'm not going to have as much time, and so the next chapter, chapter 2.5, I'm also working on currently. I just got the first draft of it written. It's going to have a whole lot of reading in it. I mean, people thought this one and my Tragedy in Paradise mod had a lot of reading. This is going to probably have double what both those have together. There is a switch up there for the elevator. You don't have to drop down here. I do that because, you know, I can.
Protect yourself. Protect your family.
You'll find books laying here along with a key card.
Frankly, it sounds very irresponsible for several reasons. Here's uranium fever.
Can't pick this.
I need to kill that music. Yeah, since Groove didn't have as much money as like Vault Tech, he built his bunker out of shipping containers. You know, the way people do it in real life. And then there's some Groove coffee cups in here. The Railroad Quest Safe House one, that one has some custom coffee cups in it too. This is before I started making things static. Well, actually, that's not true. I was just lazy, I think. Forgot to do it there. Now, there are some doors in here that don't open. Like that one there, you see it requires a key, and requires a key. That's because these doors will eventually open up in the further... Well, I had plans on them. That was going to be the start of your next quest. It was going to be this door and then this door. Because one of these is his room, Groove's room. One of them is his study. One of them's another is workshop area. And then another area, his office. Where you'll eventually get into them and... find new things that'll lead you, because he's still alive. He's part of the investigation now to figure out what Vault Tech and the Enclave people are up to. These are nuke grenade watches. stealth watches, EMP watches for shorting out robots, and then frag mines, where you throw those on the ground, and if anybody walks close to them, they'll explode. James Blonde's tuxedo. This is a rad suit that you can wear this armor with here. You'll also find that stuff at the... you can hit the button to go back up. I have a jetpack though, so...
Hey, Scabba.
Actually, this is the way I want to go. Actually. Alright, you're good. This is the second chapter right here. Thank you. Before you go though, I wanted to show you this up here. This up here, this is the second chapter. It's the one I was talking about, it's kind of laggy. That's why I didn't... I'm using, as you saw, I put on that one ring that makes me run a lot faster. Things will load up a lot quicker when you use that ring. Yeah. Get rid of her. But this is a little bit on the laggy side. Each of these wall pieces has 700 pieces in them. There's probably a couple million pieces involved in just building the house itself. So there's a little bit of lag in it, but the safe area to, if you wanted to use this as a player home, the safest area I would say would be down here. You'll need that key card to get down there, but I'm just gonna open the door. Because there's a bunker down here that's in a separate cell where everything's safe. There's some of these chairs you could sit down and save up here, but I wouldn't really suggest saving up here. Thank you. Outside deck area. Outside pool. And graves. The story will tell you about all that stuff. And then once you have once you're in the bunker and you have that card, there's a separate door that gets you out here, where you can just leave the bunker, come out here and fast travel. You don't have to keep going through the house to get into the bunker. You can just come over here and jump in the water. And that's just right behind Vault 111. And you can see Mad Rock's Sanctuary Estates here, if it loads up right. It's me running through it so fast. Don't look like... maybe it will. Well, this isn't a good example of Mad Rox's here, but... Oh yeah, I got stuff in here. He's got some really nice work though. This isn't his down here. This is a separate mod that fits right snugly on the edge of his. And here's where the Vault 1 starts off. That's Spawn's house. And there's the underground bunker. If you fast travel to this place, you could fast travel here right off the bat. You'll actually appear just right on top of that. You'll like right out here, and then all you gotta do is just run off the edge and swim down into it. And then once you're in the house, there's a switch that'll turn off the shield that you see around it right now. That house is right behind, it's pretty much right between Sanctuary and Abernathy Farms. You see these high tension towers here, the electric towers. I have it setting right there in that one. Yeah, that's where it is. Yeah, that's it right there. I think I already got all that stuff picked up in here with this character. Maybe not. Now the rings and stuff I have, that's from my Tragedy mod. That's kind of been made to replace some of these items. It's kind of been made to replace a lot of them, really. Because these these work for a time, and then they go away. And this is the stuff you need to make them, to make the individual ones here. There'll be a recipe over here. In his diary. Oh. Nah, there's no other house. This was it here. If you need bowls. You got plenty of bowls and spoons. I like doing stuff like that. Refrigerators don't do it though. But all this can be picked up in here to be used, because each one of these is an increase to your strength. So if you just drink one of those, it increases your strength, and if you're doing a melee game, you know, that'll make your attacks far stronger. And this is where he was repairing milk machines. And then that closes the trap door. That turns on the light. And ribeye steak. And Cletus's Ripper. Man, some of the stuff Fallout does sometimes just amazes me. You have a good one too. Yeah, I think I'm call it here myself. I get back to work, get that Minuteman one done today. Or at least that first part of it. And then I got another mod. Eventually is going to be up here on top of this one. Where I want to try to make a zip line kind of thing that'll take me over to here. I think that'll be cool. Check this out before I call it. And seeing that now, I really like the way that turned out. I was a little unsure about that at first. Now I like it. Come on, give me my light. Apparently I need to do something about putting some light on that floor. Yeah, this is gonna kill the game here. And before I shoot this gun off, I'll say talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing the mods. You guys have a good day. Later. Oh, it didn't crash. I thought for sure it was gonna crash. Nope, no crashes. Yeah. Maybe that update fixed something. Well, you guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Gonna shoot Preston if he was up there, but